Good morning and welcome back to the St. Margaret's Bay Center in Upper Tantallon, Nova Scotia. We're here bringing you the bronze medal game of the 2019 Bantam AAA Atlantic Championship here. The host, Gulls, in dark and green, face off against the Dieppe Flyers in orange and black. My name's Joel McDougall, calling all the action here for you. Neil Gordon, my trusted producer and cameraman, bringing you all the action here tonight as we started off with the Gulls in their own zone. Furlong circles, looking for some time and space, and he finds Pellerine up on the near wall. Tries to go cross ice. That's cut out. And back come the Flyers as they dump it deep. Up through the neutral zone. Newcomb fakes a shot, makes a little move to try and get around the defender, but he loses control. Savoie tries to get by two defenders, gets the puck out. And Pino keeps it in at the line for the Flyers. Turned over in the slot as Savoie was in forechecking for the Flyers. Long stretch pass, that's going to be well out in front. And that'll go for icing, as it was just beyond the reach of Roman Joseph. So as mentioned, this is the bronze medal match. It's a rematch of an intense game yesterday that saw these two teams face off. The Gulls ended up winning 9-2, but there was some extracurriculars, and I believe there's been a few players not in the lineup today for the Flyers at least, because of the actions yesterday. But we're back underway. Out comes Casey across the line on the wide side. Shot, that's blocked off the post. And a great first chance for the Gulls as Jack McPhee rang it off the post after the nice rush by Nathan Casey. Gulls keeping it at the line. They're going to go for a change. That'll give the Flyers a little bit of time to get the breakout started. McCullum just pushes it up into the neutral zone. Can't get very far. That is stopped up with a bit of a clog in the neutral zone. Gulls on the forecheck. Attempted to slide it into the slot. That's off the side of the net. Gulls can't get a second chance as Pellerine's on it. Sorry, that's not Pellerine, that's Carruthers. Held in at the far wall. LeDrew pokes it back behind the net. And the Flyers will try the near side where John keeps it in. Down to Carruthers. His backhand attempt towards the middle goes nowhere. And the Flyers will just chip it out to center. Robertson skates onto it. He'll dump it down, and that'll give the Flyers a chance to change. And the Gulls a chance to break it out. McDonald. Backhand doesn't go very deep, and Savoie picks it up and leaves it there. It's dumped down the ice. Not enough for icing as Matullo and Savoie are in there quickly for the Flyers. But the Gulls come away with it, and they'll get it out. One of the new players for the Flyers there back on defense is Olivier Poirier. I think seeing his first action of the tournament here. And a shot goes wide there, as Carter Graves had a good chance. Puck still in the Flyers zone. Graves on it again. Backhands it to the point. Comes across to Madigan. Madigan's pass attempt expands on it, and turning with a shot is Newcomb. Newcomb manages to hold it in momentarily, but it's up to Savoie, who is in behind the defense. But the puck just didn't come to him as the Gulls managed to regain control, and they'll chip it up ice deep into the Flyers zone. Casey into forecheck. Along with Shortall. It's dumped down. Not enough for icing. And Patrice LeBlanc's in for the forecheck for the Flyers. Held in at the line by Pino. Pellerine picks it up. He's got Casey up ahead. Pellerine in the slot. Shot goes wide. Still held into the line. Shortall and Furlong battling there. Out comes Patrice LeBlanc. He tripped over the red line, or else he had a chance for a good break on a one-on-one. Breakout attempt doesn't work for the Gulls, and back come the Flyers. Robertson takes a big check there from Pellerine, and this puck is slid in front of the net. Harvey had to be careful with that as he kicked it out, and now he's lost his stick. McCullum trying to get a shot. Can't get it through the maze of players. Harvey's stick sitting dangerously out in the slot. Pellerine just trying to move it back for Harvey so he can pick it up. And the Gulls will clear it down. Madigan. Up to Graves. In across the line, and Carruthers was brought down. It comes to him behind the net, though. Tries to throw it out in front. Couldn't find a friendly stick. It's up in the air into the slot. And Madigan couldn't hold it in at the blue line. It's out to the neutral zone. Almost a turnover there. Out comes McDonald now. Chips it ahead to Newcomb into the corner as he chases. Tries to elude one check. Gets pinched off from the second. Madigan manages to hold it in and fire it on the net. Battle in front. We're going to get our first call here as Flyers are going to go to the box. It's going to be interference to call on Mateo Mann, it looks like. As after McDonald had taken his man out, Mann decided to take out McDonald again, but the puck had already moved on. So the Gulls with the first power play opportunity with 13:42 left here in the first period. Still no score. Give you guys a little bit of a update here who we got in net for the Flyers. Guillaume Basque. We've mentioned his name other, and here it comes right down to Noah Harvey. So Basque and Harvey in net for the Flyers and the Gulls, respectively. In across the line, Nathan Casey with some speed. Loses the puck in the feet of the defender. Almost dropped into Pellerine, and Basque couldn't hang on to that one. Pellerine was right there looking for some loose change. Furlong spinning into his own zone. Watched by Robertson. Robertson and LeBlanc, Patrice LeBlanc, the penalty killers up front for the Flyers. Furlong walks to the middle, gives it back to Pellerine on the near wall. Off of Furlong's stick, and he'll have to retreat as the Gulls come back on the attack. They're changing now, but in Newcomb on the forecheck manages to stop the clearing attempt and gain possession. Newcomb gets it back to the point. To the near side here to Madigan. Madigan surveys his option into the middle, and Carruthers in the slot. Skated outside the slot and then backhanded it through. Out now comes the Flyers with a nice chance as Hopper took on the defender and managed to get it away and have a good scoring opportunity shorthanded. 28 seconds left to go in the Gulls power play. Carruthers curls on the far wall. Comes across to the near side to Madigan. Back to Carruthers in the slot. Open shot, and Carruthers scores. Carruthers with a nice shot upstairs over the blocker of Basque. Well, I think Basque was having a little conversation with the referee, who feels he might have been interfered with a little bit there. But no indication from the referees of anything. Nice shot from Carruthers, who had way too much time and space with the skill level he has. Put it upstairs, and no chance for Guillaume Basque. Wait for the official scoring play. I'd assume an assist for Madigan. As the little give and go between him and Carruthers set that play up. Give another assist to Cale McDonald as well as Madigan on the Carruthers goal. So it's a 1-0 lead with 11:44 left here in the first period for the Gulls. Furlong with a long shot, and that's steered into the corner by Basque. Casey out with it, trying to find Pellerine in front. That pass just couldn't click. Pellerine now on the near wall. Back across, that's Furlong with another shot, and that's gloved down by Basque, and he's going to hang on. Slow this down a little bit, as the Gulls had it set up and still even looked a little like they were on the power play the way it was set up there. Shortall, Casey, and Pellerine out up front for the Gulls. Comes back to Furlong, and another shot. That'll be handled easily by Basque. And the Flyers going to make a quick change here. As we see Cormier, Patrice Leblanc, and Cedric Gallant up front for the Flyers. And Cormier just backhands that out. Sorry, that was Gallant that backhanded out, looking for Cormier. Furlong with it. Comes along the boards to Pellerine, who chips it up to Casey. They bobble a little bit. Now Furlong's up deep. In the corner, it's Furlong. Straying wide from his defensive post as he gets back now that Pellerine has it on the near wall. Ledrew in for checking on Gallant. It's just backhanded out, and the Gulls will mount the counterattack as Carruthers takes it across the line. Tries a little delay, manages to slip by Gallant. Comes to Ledrew on the far wall. Held in at the line there. Glove down by Basque, and he's going to hang on again. And we'll get another face-off in the Flyer zone. Shots are 10-4 for the Gulls. Obviously leading by one on the power play goal by Leighton Carruthers. Face-off control by the Flyers, but they just get it out. Robertson was looking for, McCullum has a wide open net and just shifted it wide. Now we're going to get a penalty call here. Looks like it's on the Gulls, as the Flyers had a good opportunity there. Their forward had fallen down but managed to keep his legs on the blue line. And then McCullum with the wide open cage just put it wide. So face-off coming to the left to Harvey. Hopper picks it up off the, just backhands it out in front of the net. There's nobody there. Savoie weaving through the neutral zone. Across the line, stops at the hash marks on the far wall, gets it back to Mann. His shot hits the body in front and goes wide. The Gulls will put it all the way down as the Flyers try and arrange their power play breakout. Mann's pass is just beyond Gallant. That'll give the Gulls a chance to pick it up and kill some time off the clock as McPhee now across the blue line just shovels it towards Basque, and he's going to have to put a glove on it and stop it. 1:04 left in the penalty to Gavin Reeves for tripping. Face-off coming to the left to Basque. Matthew O'Neill does a good job off the face-off, as O'Neill and McPhee are out there penalty killing for the Gulls. Gallant takes a hit but makes the pass in the neutral zone as Matullo now drives wide. Tries to backhand in front. Coming around is Robertson. And he scores with a little wraparound. Ethan Robertson ties the game up on the power play. Oh, sorry, actually, Nicholas Bork, I believe it is. My apologies. Nicholas Bork, I believe, with the goal. I see in 21, and it's actually 27. But nice play on the power play, and really kind of started from that neutral zone as Gallant took a hit but made the pass to move the puck up, and Matulo drove wide, and now Bork's back in again. Matulo drove wide. Good support from Bork as he picked it up and wrapped it around. Here's a 2-on-1 chance for the Gulls. Wide open net for Cale McDonald on the 2-on-1. And just like that, the Gulls are back out in front by 1. So the tie hockey game doesn't last very long as the Gulls jump back out in front on the goal from Cale McDonald, who had the wide open net on that 2-on-1 as the pass made it through. So McDonald from Newcomb and Guthrow, the official scoring play, and the Flyers are back to the power play as Guthrow gets his name back on the sheet again as he's off in the box for 2 minutes or less. So a chance for the Flyers to try and draw back even as they had a power play goal, and it's turned over though in their own zone. And we're going to get an even up call here as Bailey Shortall with a good forecheck turned the puck over. And it looks like McCullum is going to be off for the slash as Shortall with the steal brought the puck in and made a little dangerous little move. So we're going to have some 4-on-4 hockey for a minute 41. 7:41 left to go here in the first period. 2-1 the score. Gulls leading the Dieppe Flyers here in the bronze medal game of the Bantam AAA Atlantics. Up, it's Robertson. Robertson's shot is wide. Madigan, no look to behind the net, went right to Robertson. Robertson tried to feed it back to the point, and that went over McKinnon's stick. Now it's a race for it. Casey after it. Casey harassing the Flyers defenders. Pellerin manages to keep it in. All alone in front of the net, and they score! Jake Furlong goes backhand and upstairs and had Bask moving the wrong way. And it's 3-1 Gulls as Jake Furlong had stepped down and made a beautiful move to beat Guillaume Basque to make it 3-1 Gulls. Carruthers now back in across the line for the Gulls. His shot just steered wide by Basque. And out come the Flyers. It's Matulo. Across the line. Manages to get it deep and go after it himself. Tulo sends it back in the corner. So Pellerin picks up the only assist on the Furlong goal. As we have 6:25 left here in the third. Sorry, in the first Newcomb here on the near side. Goes a little inside out. Backhands it in front of the net. Nobody there. And out comes Bork. Goal scorer for the Flyers. Gets a shot steered wide easily by Harvey. Breakout pass goes wide, and Mann will just dump it in for the Flyers. Brief power play here for the Gulls, and it's up to Pellerine, who was all alone but had the puck bounce off his stick. Nice little stretch pass there. It's dumped down by the Flyers as their Flyers are killing a penalty. I don't think the linesman really caught that, as it was a 4-on-4 for a while. And then the linesman just made a little bit of an error in judgment, so I think we're going to have a face-off at center ice. 2 seconds left in the penalty to Jeff McCullum. Then we'll be back to even strength. Dump down. They'll give them that one as Harvey leaves it behind the net for Furlong. Latest goal scorer for the Gulls. His breakout pass is just a little too far there. And the Flyers will regroup in their own zone. Chipped up along the wall and into the neutral zone. Gallant just backhands it over to Patrice LeBlanc. But now Pellerine back across the line. Pellerine having a great tournament here. Up amongst the scoring leaders of the tournament. That was prior to this game. He was in the top 3, I believe. With a couple points here already today, though, I think. And that'll go for icing with 4:55 left in the first period. Gulls with a 3-1 lead over the Flyers, out shooting the Flyers 14-8. Face off to the right of Basque. Carruthers wins it. And it's held in there by Fleming. Carruthers just steers it to the net, up in the air. And that bounced just wide as Joseph was lurking right in front of the net. Puck is held in at the line by Fleming again. Out come the Flyers though. Hopper across the line. He's bodied by Madigan, but still gets it in deep. Savoie stops on the near wall, surveys, gets it back to Poirier. Poirier's shot just wide. And diving across is Harvey to make another terrific save, getting himself back to that far post off the missed shot from Poirier. Keep this one at 3-1. .4:15 left here in the first period. Face off coming to the left of Harvey. Gulls control off the draw. Given away to McCullum. McCullum moves into the slot. Over to Matullo. Matullo back to Bork, who just kind of redirects it towards the net, and Harvey is right there to make the save. Back to the point. McCullum now in the middle. His shot goes high and wide. Tried to clear it out in front. Couldn't connect, but it's held in at the line by Patrick LeBlanc. Bork battling there for the Flyers. Gets possession, tries to walk out from the corner, but runs right into the Gulls, and out comes Newcomb. Newcomb up to McDonald. McDonald drives wide. Pushed wide there by McCullum, and it comes all the way out to the neutral zone where it's dumped in over the net. Flyers trying to control the bouncing puck. McCullum now looks up into the neutral zone, but his pass won't make it as Newcomb cut that one out. McCullum is knocked down on the forecheck by McDonald. Now McDonald knocks down Gallant. Carruthers across to Furlong in front. All alone in front was Ledrew. who just redirected it wide. And the puck will squeak out to the neutral zone where the Gulls will have to retreat. .249 left first period, 3-1 Gulls lead here in the bronze medal game of the Bantam AAA Atlantics. Just pushed forward by Patrice Leblanc. And the Gulls pass won't connect, and that's going to go for icing, so we're going to get a face-off down in the Gulls zone. Face off. Right off the draw. Nice chance there for the Flyers. And a nice save by Harvey. And we're going to get an offside there as Patrice Leblanc got the puck in front. A nice little quick redirect, but Harvey was there to make the save. Scrum along the wall off to the face-off. Out comes LeBlanc. Patrice LeBlanc finds Cormier. Pino holds it in at the line momentarily. Flyers right on it. Back to Pino. Pino shot. Won't make it through as Pellerine blocked that one into the corner. Out comes Fleming. Up to Shortall. He'll get it in, and that'll be held by Basque for another face-off here with just over 2 minutes left in the first period. Remind everybody following this matchup, we'll have the gold medal game between PEI Central Attack and XL Physio from Halifax at 1:30. Nathan Casey set to take the draw here for the Gulls. Comes to Mateo Mann though for the Flyers, and he'll just dump it out. And Hopper is racing down in front of the net. He's all alone, has Robertson. Another save by Harvey, who's made a few big saves here late in the first period to keep this a 3-1 lead. Gallant now with it. On the near wall, gets it back to Mann. Mann just directs it towards the net, and it's tipped by Hopper. Hopper has it in his feet in the slot. Again, Harvey comes up big, as I don't know if he got a big piece of it, but he got enough. Mann with it again. That one's off a stick and up into the air. And they're going to call, I'm not sure what the stoppage in play was for. Still not quite sure what the stoppage in play was for, but regardless. And a little bit of time ran off the clock, so it went back to 1:23 left here in the first. Gulls with possession, but they lose it as Matulo now has it behind the net. Gulls get it back, and they'll try and clear. John having a little bit of trouble finding some space. And McDonald chips it up, but it's stopped by McCullum, and his shot is deflected to the corner. Matulo now tries a little backhand out in front. That doesn't make it. Final minute to play here in the first period. Lead pass up for McPhee. McPhee can't get by the defender. McDonald now battling in the corner with Newcomb. Newcomb's knocked down. Still manages to stay on it as he'll leave it there for McPhee. Oh, that's Graves now, sorry. And glove, that shot was going wide, but Harvey puts out the big left mitt and will glove it down for a face-off to his right. 26.5 seconds left remaining here in the first period. 3-1. Gulls lead the Dieppe Flyers for the bronze medal at the Bantam AAA Atlantic Championships. Gulls move it up just the neutral zone where it's picked up by the Flyers. But the Gulls pick it back up again as Carruthers on the near wall. Backhands in front. Had Joseph there and just slid it wide. Carruthers on it again. He's bodied by Pino. But out come the Flyers. And that'll do it for the first period. So a 3-1 lead for the Gulls after one. We'll be back with the second period action right after all this. We're back underway here with second period action. Host Gulls up 3-1 over the Dieppe Flyers here in the bronze medal game. The Bantam AAA Atlantics. Shot from the point on the Flyers goes high and wide. Kept in at the point by McKinnon. Knocked down though in front as the shot doesn't get through. And the Gulls will try and reorganize this breakout. Pellerine chips it up to himself, just beyond his reach, but he manages to shovel it in on the forecheck. Picks it up in the corner, leaves it there, and it just goes too far for his teammate. Furlong steps down along the near wall to hold it in. Back to Pellerine, who tries to reverse it, but it comes to Bork on the near side, and Carruthers manages to hold it in momentarily until the Flyers can dump it out, and Furlong regroups in his own zone. Pass up ahead to Carruthers, across the blue line. Shot steered away by Basque. Now in the middle, Furlong has that one slide off the toe of his stick, and he's a little frustrated as he was in a prime shooting area. Take a quick moment for a couple shout outs here. Coach Logan of the Gulls wanted to say hello to Cecile watching in Hollywood, Florida. We appreciate everybody watching at home or away. Can't be here to watch their friends and family play here this weekend. Makes what we do here in the webcast all that much more important. As Patrice LeBlanc across the blue line. Leaves it there. Shot from Cormier. Hits a leg and goes wide as the Gulls move it back up. McCullum knocks it back in the neutral zone where it's picked up by LeBlanc. Up to Savoie. Savoie avoids a check. Gets it in the Gulls zone. We're going to get a penalty call here on the Flyers as Savoie took a bit of a swipe at the Gulls player, and he's going to go off for 2 minutes for slashing. So a big power play opportunity here for the Gulls, try and expand their lead early in the second period. Shots fairly even right now as the Gulls have a slight advantage, 20-18 so far. See if they can't mount something else here on the power play. As Newcomb tries to control off the draw, and Carruthers gets it back to the point to Madigan. Newcomb swaps spots with Madigan, moves to the middle, surveys, puts it to the near far side to Madigan, whose shot doesn't get through to Basque. It's cleared by Mann all the way around the boards and down the ice as Fleming goes back to pick it up for the Gulls. Madigan comes cross ice. That's picked off there by Robertson, who makes a little move to beat Fleming, but it slides right down to Harvey, and he's going to hang on for a face-off. So with 1:23 left in the Flyers penalty, they'll get a face-off in the Gull zone as Matullo takes the draw for the Flyers, but it's controlled by the Gulls. And Furlong starts up ice, across the blue line, stops, spins, and loses control, and the puck comes back out to the neutral zone. Pellerine to Casey. Casey circles back into his own zone where he leaves it for Furlong. Pellerine can't control the puck, and it's dumped all the way back down to Harvey. Leaves it there for Casey, but it's Bork on it in the corner for the Flyers. Guthrow moves up, circles back, looks for an option where Ledrew left it there for Casey, who takes it in across the line, spins. He's knocked down by LeBlanc. The Flyers, LeBlanc almost loses it in a dangerous spot, and it comes back to Basque, who's going to jump on it and hang on for another face-off. 26 seconds left to go in the power play for the Gulls, as they'll put the big line back out there as Newcomb McDonald and Carruthers line up front with Madigan and Fleming on the point. Flyers get it along the near wall. They'll get a chance to clear it out. They do, but don't get any farther than center. But it's back to Mann in his own zone. Fans on his first clearing attempt, and McDonald takes it away from him. McDonald just shovels it out in front. Nobody there for the Gulls. And then Carruthers knocks his man off the puck. We're back to 5-on-5. As the Savoie penalty's over, back comes Madigan for the Gulls. Tries to cut into the middle. Madigan still with it. Curls to the middle. Goes to the far side to McDonald. His shot goes wide. Fleming steps down to try and hold it in. He will momentarily before Mann just flips it up into the neutral zone. Gallant with a 2-on-1 chance. Gallant's got Cormier on the other side. Gallant takes a shot. Gets the rebound, and Harvey stands tall, makes two big saves. A little bit of jawing after the whistle. As mentioned, an intense matchup between these two teams yesterday afternoon. Gulls control off the draw. Comes along the near side wall where Patrick LeBlanc holds it in, and Savoie leaves it there for Hopper. Hopper has his stick lifted as he tries to take a shot. LeBlanc can't hold it in at the line, and it comes all the way down to the Flyers zone. LeBlanc chased by Casey and Shortall. Bailey Shortall wanted to shout out to his cousin Cameron, who's watching at home as well. Off the referee's skate, comes right there to Savoie, and his shot goes high on the short side as he was the beneficiary of that fortunate bounce off the referee's skate. .14:26 left here in the second period, sorry. So face-off coming to the right of Harvey in the Gulls zone. Gallant thrown out, and Matullo will take the draw for the Flyers. And the Gulls control, but they turn it over. Flyers throw it out in front. Nice chance there as Matullo was all alone, but couldn't slip it under Harvey. Matullo now circling at the top. Surveying and just puts it down into the near side corner where it's picked up by the Gulls, up off the boards, held in there by Poirier. Poirier comes along to the near side, holds it in again, holds it in yet again. Poirier with a couple nice plays here to keep the offensive chance alive here for the Flyers. Gallant now with it on the near wall, gets it back to Mann. His one-timer shot is deflected in front by Bork and just goes wide as they had Harvey moving the wrong way. That'll be dumped down. It's going to be icing call here on the Gulls as the Flyers show a little bit of life here with some offensive chances early on in the second. Shots now even, 22 apiece. But the big difference being the 3-1 lead for the Gulls. 13:34 left in the second period. Savoie directing traffic out there for the face-off. Tries to go forward. Pino gets a shot in. That's held by Harvey. So we'll redo this draw again. Savoie tries to go back this time, but it's controlled by the Gulls as Madigan now has it on the near side. He's going to flick it up into the rafters. And we'll get another face-off back in the Gulls zone. LeBlanc to take this draw here. Patrice LeBlanc. Controlled again by the Gulls. Reverse to Fleming. His first clearing attempt doesn't work, and then it comes up the near wall to Graves, who still can't get it out. And it's Savoie on it first for the Flyers. Savoie just flicks it towards the middle. Turned over, and out comes Graves. Graves will just put it into the far corner. In to get it is McPhee. Battling along the walls. Got Carruthers there now too. Before Savoie just dumps it out to the neutral zone. Turned over to Savoie. Tries to go inside out. Savoie still with it. Flicks it in front, and they score! Cormier puts it home. Off the nice rush from Savoie. Cooper Cormier puts it in the yawning cage after Samuel Savoie managed to keep control through the defenders and find Cormier on the far post to make it a one-goal game. 3-2, Gulls lead now. But still anyone's game. Out come the Gulls. Along the near side, it's Casey. Casey trips a little over the linesman, but still has it in the corner. Comes back to the point, where Guthrow's shot is gloved easily by Basque. Off the face-off, it comes back to Guthrow at the point. Across to Furlong, his shot. Looking for a tip in front. So give Patrice LeBlanc an assist on the Cormier goal as well as Savoie. And we got a 3-2 hockey game here midway through the second period. Guthrow holds it in at the line momentarily before Gallant skates it out. Gallant across the line. He's got 3 Gulls in front of him. Turns back as the Flyers look to be making a change. Now we're going to get a call here on the Flyers as Gallant, little overly aggressive on the check. Stuck out the free arm. I think it's going to be a holding call on Gallant. A little bit of extracurriculars. I don't think anything else is going to come of it, but we'll see here. No, the referee is also pointing to a Gulls player. So we're getting check to the head penalty on Pellerin. And I thought they made the call that there was another check to the head call on the Flyers as the official had pointed to the Flyers as well. But no, my mistake. Savoie with it off the face-off, couldn't get the shot through. Comes back to McKinnon. McKinnon taking his time, tries to get the shot through, and that's blocked by O'Neill. McKinnon now at the top. Over to Savoie here on the near side. Savoie moves to the middle. Pile of Gulls there to try and get a shot through. It's backhanded in front, and it'll be cleared by the Gulls as they're doing a good job of getting in the shooting lanes. McKinnon leaves it for Savoie, who cuts back. He's knocked down by McDonald, but Matulo has it now down low for the Flyers. Back to the point, comes to McKinnon on the near side. Rolled off his stick, and now it's picked up by the Gulls, and it'll be shot down 200 feet. Basque will leave it behind the net for Pino. Gulls get a change in, as do the Flyers. Pino waits for everybody to get organized. And now he'll break it out. Patrice LeBlanc across to Gallant. Gallant waits for everybody to get in. Puts it back to McCullum. McCullum moves to the middle. Shot off the stick of Harvey and into the netting. As Harvey was able to see that one the whole way. .41 seconds left in the penalty to Camden Pellerine. And the Flyers have it again. Mann winds, fires. That's kicked out by Harvey. Backhand chance on the rebound, and Harvey manages to get across and stop it. Scramble in front of the net. And again, it's like a sandwich in the playground as the Gulls are all over it and manage to finally hold it for a face-off. But a couple of grade A opportunities for the Flyers as they're down by one, looking to get themselves back to even in this one. Gallant's going to be thrown out of the face-off here. Cormier steps in. Won by the Flyers. But the Gulls are on it. Down the ice. It's McDonald looking for some help. McDonald tries to go inside out on Mann, and he won't have any of it. Mateo Mann. Up to Patrice LeBlanc. Mann skates onto it again. Gets to the blue line and doesn't get it deep, and it'll go all the way back down to the Flyers zone. We have 5 seconds left in the penalty. This will just about do it as Pellerine's back out on the ice. Carruthers with it. Carruthers is bodied off the puck, and back come the Flyers. Savoie. It's met there by Reeves, and the Gulls will dump it back in. Pellerine's first on it. He gets bumped. Now it's out by the Flyers again. Up to the middle. Left for Savoie. Savoie pokes it ahead into the corner. Tries to backhand it out in front. All alone. Hopper with a backhand. Savoie with another chance. Can't get it through the maze of bodies in front. Pino just whacks at it. Savoie whacks at it again. Flurry of opportunities in front of Harvey. Gulls clogging up that front of the net area, making it very difficult to get pucks through. And back come the Gulls. Carruthers got some space. 2-on-0. He's got McDonald. McDonald across the window. Leg save by Guillaume Basque. 2-on-0. Carruthers to McDonald, and Basque slides across with the right leg to keep that one out and keep this a one-goal game. Gulls break back out again. Casey here on the near side. Just gets a shot. That's kicked out by Basque. And we're going to get a penalty call here as Patrick LeBlanc got his stick and arms wrapped around the head of Casey. Gulls are going to go to the power play. And then again, a little bit of jawing after. I don't think there's going to be anything out of it. But Patrick LeBlanc managed to get his arms and stick up around the neck and head of Nathan Casey and took him down. And it's going to be a 4-minute penalty. Chances at both end here in the second period. 7:50 left to play. Dieppe, with the only goal so far of the period, have drawn themselves back to within one. And they'll dump it down off of the face-off. So it's a 4-minute penalty for head contact as the Gulls push it into the Flyer zone, but nobody on it. And Mann tried to clear it all the way, but it was knocked down by Pellerine at the blue line. Pellerine's shot goes wide, comes all the way around, and it's held by Madigan. Just shovels it down, and then it's dumped out by the Flyers as they'll change up their penalty killers. Back come the Gulls. Pellerine across the blue line in the slot. Shot off the Flyers' stick and into the netting. And we'll get a face-off with 7:03 left in the period. 3:13 left in the power play for the Gulls. Big opportunity here for the Gulls to try and push that lead back up to 2. Give themselves a little bit more breathing room. Face-off control by the Flyers. They'll go off the boards, but Furlong holds it in at the near point. He plays catch with Carruthers. Back again. Carruthers back to Furlong in the middle. Carruthers tries to go cross ice. That's chipped out by Savoie. And the Gulls will have to retreat and reorganize. Furlong gets it in and rims it around the boards. Carruthers now with it. Carruthers spins away from one check, gets it to Furlong in the middle. Furlong looking to the near post for McDonald. They just couldn't connect. Guthrow left it for Furlong. Furlong harassed there. They'll keep it in at the point though. As Carruthers, little pass down to McDonald beside the net, comes to the middle and just a scrambly play. Nobody could get a good stick on it to get a shot on. So Furlong fires it up to Pellerine at the offensive blue line. He'll get it across and then chip it behind the net. Newcomb going to chase. Mann tries to rim it around the boards, but it's held in by Fleming. Almost there as Casey had the puck dropped to him at the near post. Couldn't chip it in over Bask. Casey with it again, and back to Fleming. Across to Madigan on the far side. Madigan makes a little move to avoid the defender, but loses the puck, and McCullum will dump it all the way down right onto Harvey. Harvey plays it up the middle to Pellerine. Pellerine tries to leave it for Madigan. And back come the Flyers. Gallant with it. It's got Savoie and McCullum. Gallant makes the play, cutting to the net. Nice save by Harvey, and then the rebound is stopped as well. Back come the Gulls. Flyers fans calling for a penalty behind the play. Shot by Joseph. Hits a stick and goes wide. Guthrow with it now. Back to the point to Furlong. Furlong waiting for somebody to get in front of the net. Furlong finds Newcomb, who gets a shot off, and that's stopped by Bask. Savoie off the boards. Bounces over the feet of Furlong, and the Gulls will turn it back up. Newcomb can't get by McCullum on the far wall. McDonald, though, pulls it out. Looking for Carruthers, who is circling into the middle. But it's going to be dumped down by Mann. And 15 seconds left to go in the 4-minute penalty to the Flyers. Final rush here of the power play. Carruthers finds Furlong on the near side. In front. And Newcomb couldn't get a shot away as the Flyer steps out of the box and right into the play. Back comes Matullo. Matullo, little inside out, goes to the backhand, and that's gloved easily by Harvey. With 3:34 left here in the second period, it's a one-goal game. The Gulls lead 3-2. But we've got a tight one here at the St. Margaret's Bay Center. I'm Joel McDougall calling all the action here for you today. Bronze medal game of the Bantam AAA Atlantics. Off the draw. It's pinned along the wall while Matullo and Savoie battle for the Flyers. Fleming and O'Neill for the Gulls, and they come away with it. Madigan chips it up along the wall. Gulls can't get it out. Held in by Matullo. Gulls will try and skate it out here now. Flyers again turn it over at the line. Savoie, little inside out, into the middle. Savoie shot goes over the net. All the way to the far side. Nobody there for the Flyers, but Pino will hold it in and just fire it towards the net where it's kicked out by Harvey. Into the middle as Bork had a nice little redirect that just went wide. Savoie leaves it there for Pino. Pino puts it down to Bork. No, sorry, not Bork. Robertson. Shot doesn't get through. Gulls pick it up behind their own net. It's just reversed by Madigan to Fleming. And the Gulls will get it out just to the neutral zone. Flyers pick it up and they turn it back. Cormier gets it in but loses it, and it goes back down to the Flyers area. We get a little bit of scrambly play in the neutral zone, as now the Gulls will try again to clear it. Madigan stops, reverses. Turned over, but now Fleming will skate it out and get it just across the Flyers line, where McKinnon retreats and moves it back up. Gallant tries to chip it deep and stopped by Madigan. And the Gulls are just going to ice this one. With 1:37 left, second period. So the Flyers, with the only goal so far here in the second period, have taken a little bit of the momentum here as they have the edge in shots, 32-27 over the Gulls. But the Gulls still lead where it counts, 3-2 on the scoreboard. LeBlanc across to McCullum. McCullum shot up high on Harvey. Knocked down. Flyers had it momentarily. Can't hold the line though, as Casey now chips it into the far corner for the Gulls. Back is Patrick LeBlanc. Comes on the near side where it's held in by Reeves. And McCullum will start the breakout from the other side. McCullum just looking up ice. Hits Pellerine in the back. But the Flyers pick it up again in the neutral zone. It's Hopper. Chips it in deep, and he'll go to chase it along with Savoie. Savoie backhands it back deep. Robertson knocked down as he tries to get control, and Hopper's in there helping. Hopper comes away with it. Hopper just a little backhand towards the net. Doesn't get through. And LeBlanc holds it again for the Flyers. And it's going to be dumped down with 30 seconds. And that's going to be icing. 29.2 to be exact left here in the second period. As we can see, a little bit more of the edge in play going to the Flyers lately. Going to make for an interesting final frame as these teams battle for the bronze medal of this Bantam AAA Atlantics. Off the draw, Carruthers has it on the near side. Up to McDonald. McDonald to Newcomb with a little bit of space. Newcomb tries to go glove side, and a nice save by Bask. Newcomb tries to wrap around and throw it in front. Comes all the way back to Furlong at the point. His shot just goes way wide. And it's back to the point where Guthrow's shot doesn't make it through, and that'll do it for the second period. Only goal of the period goes to the Dieppe Flyers, who they pull back within one. It's 3-2 as we'll head to the third period after this. All right, we're moments away from the third period of action here for the bronze medal. The host Gulls lead 3-2 over the Dieppe Flyers. 20 minutes left. See who will end up with the bronze. And the Flyers are back in on the attack. Shot off a leg and over the net. It's kept into the line by McKinnon. Fans on his shot attempt. Manages to hold the line. But turning now is Madigan. Pellerine crossed the red, now cross the blue. Moves to the middle. Into a sea of orange. Loses it, and now Madigan holds it in on the near wall. It's down low where Newcomb battles with a couple Flyers. It's chipped up off the glass. And Carruthers manages to corral it. And back come the Gulls. Newcomb dodges a couple checks. Newcomb into the middle. Shot. Handled easily by Bask and cleared out by the Flyers. That's going to go for icing. Shots are 33-29 in favor of the Flyers. The score is 3-2 in favor of the Gulls. All the Gulls scoring came in the first period. Dieppe had one in the first, then pulled to within one in the second period. Carruthers, little backhand to the middle to Newcomb, loses control. And Sam Savoie will put it off the glass and out into the neutral zone where Fleming's back to get it for the Gulls. Chip down ice, Carruthers trying to race onto it. And he won't get there in time to negate the icing. Face-off coming to the left of Harvey. Robertson wins the draw for the Flyers. Savoie pins it along the far wall. Gets it down to Robertson. Puts it out in front. Comes to Patrick LeBlanc. His shot is blocked. Chance here. As it's Shortall all alone. And puts it right into the chest of Bask. As Bailey Shortall was all alone from the center line. And put it into the chest of Bask. So big save there for Bask. As he'll be important in keeping the Flyers in this one. See if they can't find the opportunity to get themselves back to level here before the third is done. Pellerine's shot is blocked, and that hurt Pino. So he took it off a foot. Manages to stay in the play, though. Gallant pushes it to the near side corner. Pino a little slow, as I think he's still feeling the effects of that shot off the foot. So he's trying to work it out. He's going to try and get to the bench here for a change. And does, but back come the Gulls. They chip it deep, and it's Casey in on Mann. Mann reverses it. And now McKinnon will circle back for the Flyers. Up to Gallant, who gets a stick on that into the Gulls zone, and the Flyers will change now. Poirier looks up ice, looking for somebody, and it goes all the way down to the Gulls zone. Savoie, that's going to be offside. I think they're going to call it all the way down, as Savoie couldn't handle it cleanly for the first attempt at re-entry, but still brought it in, and it was clearly offside, so they're going to bring it all the way down. Newcomb's kicked out of the face-off, so Carruthers will come over. Carruthers tries to go forward, but Poirier picks it up for the Flyers, only momentarily as he's dispossessed. Newcomb back to the far side to Fleming. His shot doesn't get through. Flyers will just chip it off the wall and out. Poirier with it. Got McDonald all over him. Picked up by Newcomb. Newcomb shot on the short side, glove down by Basque. Had Carruthers in the middle all alone. Back come the Gulls in their own zone. Cormier watching Furlong. Furlong stops behind his own net. Looks up ice and finds Newcomb here on the near wall. Across the blue line. Surveys. Another shot. High over the blocker side on Basque. Comes all the way out and down into the Gulls zone. Where Fleming was harassed there by Hopper. Gulls can't get it out. Gallant now on it. He loses it, and the Gulls will get it out to the neutral zone. Where now McCullum steams up the near side. Chips it in. Got 2 Gulls on him. LeBlanc hesitated and then stepped down to hold that puck in. Madigan trying to turn away from the forecheck of Ethan Robertson. Comes along to the near side where Nathan Casey goes inside out on McCullum. Tries to leave it back for Pellerine. Didn't connect, but Pellerine ends up with it. Back into the middle as Casey was looking for an option. It's held into the line by John. John holds the line against a couple Flyers momentarily, but it comes out. Pellerine puts one just over the net on Basque. Matulo loses it at center ice. Now Bork tries to get a handle on it and can't. So Savoie will cycle back. Look for some space. It's chipped in on the far side by Matulo. Savoie on it first. Moves it to the middle, but can't find a friendly stick. Back come the Gulls, as it's just out of the reach of Carruthers, so dumped back in by the Flyers. Savoie jumped on it, and Matulo was trapped inside the zone, so 14:25 left, third period. Final 14:25 for the Flyers to try and get themselves back to level and try and give themselves a chance at this bronze medal. Flyers with a different setup here on the faceoff as they have Savoie out wide. Fleming's first clearing attempt was fanned on down in front. Gallant got spinned around and couldn't find the loose puck in front of Harvey. Back come the Gulls. McDonald in the middle, shot off a leg and goes wide. Savoie just flicks it up, but it's held by Fleming at the line. Sorry, held by Guthrow. Gulls still on it in the offensive zone, looking for McDonald out in front. It was Newcomb with the shot. That was stopped. Guthrow back at the line, shot through a maze of legs. Don't know if Basque got a piece of that to direct it or if it went off a defender's leg. Olivier Poirier finds some open ice, decides to go but loses the handle. Now Leighton Carruthers waits for some help. Fans on his centering attempt. Gets it back to Pellerine though. Pellerine just puts it down low where Casey's on it, and he'll shovel it back in behind the net for Mateo Mann. Rims it around the wall, and that'll get out. And I think we're going to get too many men here, as the Gulls player jumped off the bench, played the puck before Leighton Carruthers had gotten back to the bench himself. Roman Joseph, I think, was the player, jumped on. Carruthers had yet to get to the bench and played the puck, so easy call for the linesman, I think, had the initial call. So big opportunity with 13:09 left here. Dieppe Flyers down by 1. But on the power play, comes back to McCullum. Patrick LeBlanc and McCullum play catch. McCullum moves to the middle, fakes the shot. McCullum gets it back from Robertson. McCullum trying to find a lane. Now LeBlanc moves in, tries to get a shot. That goes off a stick and wide. Back to McCullum again. Can't find a lane. Tries to get it through, gets it all the way through, and it's kicked out by Harvey. Back to McCullum up top again. Down to Robertson low. And back to McCullum. Over to LeBlanc. LeBlanc winds and fakes a shot. And then fanned on the passing attempt. That'll be cleared down by the Gulls. McCullum skating it up through the neutral zone. Across the blue line. Takes a bit of a hit from Madigan. And the puck is directed in on Harvey, and he's just going to hold that one with 1:03 left in the penalty. Face-off coming to the right of Harvey. Bork taking the draw for the Flyers. Scrambled off, but the Flyers gain control on Savoie. Savoie gets it back to McKinnon at the point. Moves to the middle, gets a shot through, hits the leg and goes wide. Pino hops down to try and hold it in. Flyers will hold it in at least momentarily. And Savoie is on it again, but the Gulls manage to get it all the way down, where McKinnon will go back for the Flyers. 35 seconds left in the power play for the Flyers. Down 3-2 to the Gulls. Matullo cuts to the middle, goes around the net. Tried to push it back to the point where it was blocked there by Newcomb. Now McDonald racing onto it. Slips inside. The defender there has the puck. Trying to kill the last few seconds, and it comes to Casey, who fires one just over the bar. Newcomb tried to kick it down. Final seconds here of the power play. Savoie is all alone with 3 Gulls on him. Manages to get it in front. And McCullum's shot is blocked. McCullum still on it, though. Tries to backhand it in front. And we're going to get a penalty call here. And I think it's going to be another Gulls penalty, as Pellerine knocked his man down in front of the net. And the play had moved on quite a ways, so big kill for the Gulls, and they're going to have to kill another one here. So another opportunity. Dieppe Flyers got a couple opportunities, managed to have some good control. The Gulls have done a good job of clogging up the center of the ice in the shooting lanes, not letting a lot through to Harvey. Glant tries to go forward. Held momentarily by McCullum, but it just squeaked out past the line. Patrice LeBlanc lost his edge and goes down. O'Neill now on the forecheck for the Gulls. Flyers will come away with it. And it's Mateo Mann up from his point position across the blue line into the middle. Mann skates all the way across, tries to get it back to McCullum. The Flyers still can't get control. Mann stops it on the far wall, directs it towards the net, hits a Flyer in front and goes nowhere. And it's up off the glass and down the ice. Has 1:10 left in the penalty to Pellerine. Dieppe changing things up. Savoie skates it out for the Flyers. Picks up speed through the neutral zone. Drives wide around the net. Tries to put it in front. Dropped down. And Gallant just couldn't get a stick on it as he had Harvey moving the other way. McKinnon and Pino now. They lose it as Newcomb's on the forecheck. Comes back to McDonald. His shot goes wide. Robertson tries to play it, and it drops down now for McKinnon. Gets it back up to Robertson. Across the blue line, trying to drive wide. Can't get around Fleming. Robertson on it behind the net for the Flyers. Surveying. Gets it back to McCullum at the point. McCullum walks to the middle. Puts a shot high and over the net. Drops down there for Gallant. Gallant with a couple whacks at him, and they score! On the rebound, Ethan Robertson picks up the loose puck and puts it behind Harvey. And we've got an even game, 3-3, with 8:54 left in the third period. Don't go anywhere yet, folks. Ethan Robertson for the Dieppe Flyers makes it a 3-3 game with just under 9 minutes left to play here in the third. And that power play opportunity comes back to haunt the Gulls. Let's see how they respond. Joel Gallant picks up the assist along with Jeff McCullum on the Robertson goal to level this one at threes. And the Flyers have had the edge in play since the second period as they hold the edge in shots now 40-32. And back come the Gulls. Bask directs that one to the corner. Comes back to the point to the Gulls. It's Furlong across to Madigan. Back to Furlong in the middle. Furlong makes a little move, tries to get away. Comes to Casey as a shot, and Bass gets across nicely on that one. Casey with it again. Finds Furlong on the far side. Into the middle. Couldn't get a stick on it as Shortall was alone in front. Shot from Furlong. That's directed wide. Newcomb on it in the corner. Newcomb avoids one check. Comes back to the point where Furlong looking for Pellerine on the near side. Madigan holds the line. The rest of the Gulls, though, have gone for a change, so it's Newcomb and Madigan are the only two in the offensive zone. Newcomb, outworking a couple of Flyers, comes away with the puck, though. Newcomb loses an edge, and he goes down. Still manages to stay on the play, though, and keep it low as McDonald and Matullo battle in the corner. Comes to Newcomb. Newcomb backhander. That just goes over the net. Carruthers rims it around to the point to Madigan, who holds it in and pushes it low. Out comes McCullum, though, for the Flyers. McCullum. Chance for a 2-on-1 as McCullum holds. Stepped up there was Guthrow to take the chance away from McCullum. Savoie circles back dangerously as he's got Cale McDonald on him. Clearing attempt picked off by Carruthers. Carruthers tries to center it. Comes to Madigan. Looking for McDonald on the far post. Now Newcomb with a chance. That goes wide. Gulls buzzing a little bit, and the Flyers are just going to dump it down for icing with 6:13 left here in the third period. So good response from the Gulls after the tying goal, but still unable to get a dangerous chance on Bask. Casey and Savoie to take the face-off for the Gulls and Flyers. Savoie, he's going to be kicked out, and not sure why, as the linesman points to the defender on the circle. Casey wins it. Pellerine winds and fires that weak shot wide. Furlong just pushes it down into the corner. Casey knocks down the clearing attempt and gets it back to Furlong. Furlong walks in from the point. His shot off a stick and up into the netting. And it looks like Roman Joseph took a hit and went to the bench in a little duress. So another face-off here to the right of Basque. Savoie wins it off the face-off, but the Gulls are right on it as they battle behind the net. Comes up on the near wall, just out of the reach of Bork. Fleming managed to hold the line, but now the Flyers will get it out, and Savoie across the blue line, in the slot. Shot goes wide. Pellerine. Oh, didn't hold that one and thought he had blocked that one at the blue line, but just squeaked out, so it's offside. 5:22 left. 3-3's the score. Face off just outside the Flyer zone. Pushed ahead by Joel Gallant. He tries to race onto it, but Madigan beats him to it. Now Carruthers back the other way for the Gulls. Carruthers with some speed, driving wide into the middle. Can't find a friendly stick. But Newcomb wins the battle for the puck there. Leaves it for Carruthers. Carruthers leaves it for Madigan, who just shoots it on Basque. Knocks it down easily. Another chance here as Furlong's in. Tries to find McDonald, and then Carruthers' shot goes high and wide on the blocker side and all the way down to the Gull zone. Flyers chip it back up ice where Madigan picks it up. He'll skate it to the blue line and across. Shovels it towards the net. Nobody there for the Gulls. And Patrick LeBlanc circles back, and his initial pass attempt fails, but he'll clear it all the way down. Up the ice for the Gulls. Here comes Newcomb across the line. Newcomb driving wide, cutting to the middle, tries to go short side, and that's handled nicely by Basque, and he'll hold on with 4:16 left, third period. 3-3's the score. Dieppe Flyers coming back from a 2-goal deficit early in this game. Got one in the second and another one here in the third. I believe both power play goals as well, as they've taken advantage. And the Flyers control off the draw as Pino cycles behind his own net. McCullum backhands it up towards Hopper, and it'll go down. Savoie racing onto it. No icing on the play. Savoie comes away with it. Savoie tries to do a little reverse backhand out in front, trying to find Robertson. Hopper now battling there for the Flyers. Robertson steps in to give him a hand as Hopper pushes his man off the puck. Out come the Gulls. Pellerine now on the near side. Tries to cut to the middle. Shot attempt fails. It's a battle along the far wall. Pino and Savoie in there for the Flyers. Robertson lurking. McCullum picks it up, and he's going to skate it out. Jeff McCullum across the blue line. Tries to go inside out. Puck just slides easily to Noah Harvey, and he's going to glove it down. And we'll get a face-off with 3:13 left to go here in the third. 3-3's the score. See if one of these teams can get an opportunity here in regulation to end this one and take the bronze medal, as Newcomb tries to go inside out on the defensive. Sorry, that was Carruthers. As Furlong pushes it low into the Flyer zone where Newcomb's on it. Curls back at the circle, into the slot on his backhand. Picked off there by Bork, where he clears it out. And now Bork and Gallant are on the forecheck, but the Gulls get it out, and back comes Carruthers. Carruthers backhands it into the middle. Back to Carruthers, little give and go. Shot taken. Basque with the big save. The rebound is saved as well. Flyers changing as it's low in the Gulls zone. Furlong circling, looking for an outlet. Finds Casey, who chips it into the Flyers zone, but the Flyers come away with it easily. Cormier's little chip goes right to the Gulls in the neutral zone, as the teams play a little bit of catch in the neutral zone. Cormier evades a check, tries to pick the puck up in the slot and loses it, and the Gulls are on it and back. It's Shortall. Tries to direct it towards the net, but the puck just goes harmlessly into the corner. And now McCullum being harassed there, tries to skate it out. He'll get it up to Cormier, who just directs it in. Pellerine knocks down McCullum. And then Pino's clearing attempt goes right onto the stick of Newcomb. We're in the final minute here. 3-3 tie between the Flyers and the Gulls. And Bask is going to glove that one. And we're going to get a timeout by the Gulls as they'll have an offensive face-off here with 55 seconds left to play. Just to go over things, if nobody scores in the next 55 seconds, we'll have a 10-minute 4-on-4 overtime period after a 2-minute intermission. And if nothing's solved in that, then we'll go to a shootout. So off the timeout, we'll see if Coach Haverstock was able to design a play here off the faceoff to try and get something for the Gulls. As the fans are definitely into it now. We're in the final 55 seconds. Joel Gallant's thrown out of the faceoff. Savoie will come in. They push it forward off the draw. Almost get to the net, but the Flyers did pick it up. But before they could clear it, the Gulls were back on them. Furlong again at the point to Madigan here in the neutral zone. Looks cross ice for Carruthers. Carruthers from the outside. His shot goes wide. Held in at the point by Madigan. That's up into the netting, and we're going to get a face-off outside with 33.2 seconds. 33 seconds. 3-3's the score here in the third of the bronze medal game. Gulls control off the draw. It's Furlong crossing the line on the far side. Blocker down by Bask. The Flyers try to clear it out, but it's knocked down by Carruthers. McDonald, a little backhand pass to Furlong, who has to dump it in quickly. Comes to Savoie here on the near side. Savoie up for Matullo. 2-on-1 opportunity with 10 seconds left. Matullo looking to the middle. Nice play by Furlong to deny that pass. Final seconds here behind the net. And we're going to go to overtime here for the bronze medal game. As mentioned, we're going to take a 2-minute little break here. After that, we'll have 10 minutes of 4-on-4 hockey. See if anybody can take this bronze medal. We'll be back in a couple minutes. All right. Welcome to some more hockey. We're here for overtime in the bronze medal game. 4-on-4, 10-minute overtime period. If nothing's decided here, they'll go to a shootout. Gulls starting their own zone. It's Madigan weaving his way through center. Across the blue line. Madigan still with it. Circles behind the net. Back to Fleming at the point. Fleming just puts it down low, looking for Pellerine. And the Flyers pick it up behind their own net as Joel Gallant cycles back. Looking for some time and space. He'll leave it for McCullum, who drops it off for Mann. Mann cycles behind his own net as the Flyers look to try and find an outlet here. Gallant up to Mann across center. To McCullum here on the near side. McCullum stops. Gets it back to Mann at the point. Mann's shot. That's stopped easily by Harvey. In behind the net. It's Gallant out to McCullum. McCullum circles. Back to Mann on the far side. Shot from the top of the circle. That hits a leg and goes harmlessly to the corner. Madigan picks it up. Both teams getting in a change as Madigan waits. And everybody will change. Furlong starts it out for the Gulls. Savoie interrupts that pass attempt. And Savoie is still on it. Backhands it up. Hits the linesman. And back comes Newcomb. A nice stick by Savoie. Takes it away from Newcomb, who was building speed. Now Carruthers in the middle. Carruthers shot off a stick and up into the netting. We'll get a face-off in the Flyers zone. 8:08 left here in the first overtime. Only overtime, really. Two teams have battled hard here. Shots 42-40 in favor of the Flyers. Off the draw, it comes to McDonald in front. Scrambled and Bass couldn't find it, as McDonald was just in a little too tight to try and move it up. McDonald spins out, trying to find somebody in the middle. Basket's down, puck is up and over the net. Newcomb now with it on the near wall. Out to Furlong at the top, back to Newcomb. Newcomb watched by Robertson. No, sorry, that's McKinnon. Newcomb shot, glove down by Bask as McDonald was skating through his line of sight. So another face-off coming up in the Flyer zone. Off the draw, Flyers control. McCullum with it. McCullum gets a little bit of space and he'll skate it out. McCullum across the red line. Waiting for something, gains the blue line and stops up. Got some space. Just fires it into the glove of Harvey, who saw that one all the way. .43-43 shots total. 3-3 the score, as we've got 7:19 left to play here in overtime. Gallant on the draw for the Flyers. It's like Casey, I believe, for the Gulls. It comes back to McCullum. McCullum didn't handle it totally cleanly and couldn't get a shot right off. McCullum can't hold it at the line. Mann and McCullum play catch. Mann looking for Gallant up at center ice. It's a little beyond his, and Fleming goes back for the Gulls. Madigan loses his footing a little bit and has to spin and has the Flyers right on him. McCullum in the slot, all alone. McCullum with a shot. Steered away easily by Noah Harvey, as McCullum was in a prime shooting position. .6:47 left here in overtime. Savoie on for the draw for the Flyers. Looked like he tried to go forward. Now Furlong has it. Carruthers up around center ice as Furlong skates it out. Up through the middle. Across the blue line, he'll curl. And then just drop it into behind the Flyers net where Pino picks it up. Pino being harassed there as Carruthers and Newcomb were on it. Carruthers gets it across, looking for Furlong. Furlong over to Carruthers with a one-timer. That goes wide. Pino up off the boards and out into the neutral zone. It'll go all the way down past Furlong. And Harvey plays it up to the neutral zone to Carruthers. Carruthers bodied off the puck by Savoie. Now McCullum has a chance for an odd man rush. He's got Gallant coming up with him. McCullum holds and shoots, and that one goes high and wide. Back come the Gulls. Newcomb. Cross into the middle. Kicked out by Bask. McDonald couldn't get everything he wanted on that shot, and it's cleared by the Flyers. That's going to go down the ice, and it'll be icing here with 5:37 left. As we see the game open up a little bit here. Chances at both ends. That's what happens at 4-on-4. You get an odd man rush one way, and you got to watch out. Those shots that go wide and just get turned right around give you an odd man rush back the other way. Gulls for the offensive faceoff. Casey out there. Pellerine picks off that clearing attempt. Walks in. Pellerine with a shot off a leg into the corner. Casey just tries to fire towards the net. Almost drops down for Pellerine. Now Madigan with another shot. That's blocked by Pino. Flyers can't clear it out on the first attempt. Pino will try again. Pino battling with Madigan, who comes away with it. Madigan watched closely by Gallant. Now Casey will skate it across the blue line where it's picked up. No, just pinned along the wall, and the Flyers are going to ice this one again. Another face-off coming down in the Flyers zone. 4:51 left here in overtime. Big face-off coming to the left of Bask. Both Guillaume Bask and Noah Harvey have been solid for both their teams. Carruthers tried to go short side. Bask held the post nicely. We'll do this all over again. As the crowd is formed down on that near side, as looks like a lot of the central attacker there. McDonald off the faceoff has his shot go high and wide. Now Newcomb battling in the corner for the Gulls, trying to come away with it, but McKinnon is there with Savoie. But McDonald gets it for the Gulls. Behind the net to Newcomb, who tried to push it out, and out comes Savoie. Savoie across the line on the near side. Little inside out into the middle. Savoie to the backhand and saved. Another chance for McCullum. It's loose, it's loose. And it's under Harvey. As McCullum had a couple of chances in tight. And the puck was loose in the crease until, I'm not sure if a Gulls player might have just pushed it underneath Harvey because he wasn't sure where it was. Probably the most dangerous chance we've seen here in overtime. Mann just pushes it in behind the Gulls net, where it's picked up by Madigan, who up the boards to Pellerine. Pellerine through the neutral zone and across the blue line. Loses the handle and into the corner. Comes back to Madigan at the point. Madigan's shot deflected in front by Pellerine, and they score! The Gulls win! Gulls win! 3:54 left in overtime. Pellerine redirects the point shot from Madigan past Bask, and that's your winner. Dejection for the Flyers, but they need to hold their heads up. This was a great game, back and forth, both teams with great opportunities. And it was a nice deflection by Pellerine that finally beat Basque for the game winner. We'll stick around for the player of the game announcements for each team. And then we'll take a bit of a break. Coming up at 1:30 in about 45 minutes, we'll have the gold medal game between the XL Physio team from Halifax and Central Attack at a PEI. Top two teams from the round robin. Let's give a big round of applause to both these teams. Both Dieppe from New Brunswick, the New Brunswick champions, put up a valiant effort, had lots of great opportunities themselves, fought back in this game to tie it up late and push this one to overtime. And of course, the host Gulls. Got to be a little bit bittersweet. I'm sure they're happy to have won the final game that they played here, but a little dissatisfied that they're not in this upcoming matchup. As the crowd salutes both teams here for a great bronze medal game. We'll wait here for the player of the game announcements. I think both goaltenders have to be in consideration. I think Sam Savoie had a very strong game for the Flyers, as did Jeff McCullum. Two top players for them, always in contention. Camden Pellerine with the winner, and he's had a strong tournament. There's Sam Savoie, as mentioned, had a strong tournament. Very skilled player. Skates well. Captain of the team as well. So he gets his picture taken for player of the game. And Noah Harvey, as mentioned, strong game by both goaltenders. Harvey made 44 saves in this game. Outstanding play, and kept his team in it. That'll wrap up our coverage of the bronze medal game. Congratulations to the host Gulls on the bronze medal. We'll be back in about 40 minutes for the gold medal game between the XL Physio Halifax team and the Central Attack.